Hello, everybody. I just want to say that we're at our halfway mark, and I want to talk about our celebrations for this week, our possibilities, and then some general comments. So, first and foremost, I want to make sure that we do the comments about this week only required two things. It was your cardiovascular endurance actual participation in exercise, and then it was measuring your muscular fitness and designing a program. So first and foremost, as many people submitted their exercise programs for the cardiovascular endurance, that was due last week. So when you submitted that, I reviewed it. I checked your target heart rate zone. I made sure that you had a quality warm up. We talked a lot about functional dynamic warm ups and making sure that you had a cool down. This makes your exercise safe, effective, and efficient. That's our ultimate goal. So, based again off of the fitness principles, you were to design a program that I pre approved. Once I pre approved that program, then this was the week that you did it. You had to repeat or do that exercise 2 different days, and then you logged it and sort of wrote journal entries about how it felt, what you did, how you would change it, what modifications might be necessary. So that's what happened this week for your exercise sessions. For muscular fitness, what you were supposed to do was test your muscular fitness. So again, there were multiple assessment activities that you could choose from. The two basic ones that everyone has been asked to do included the curl ups and the push ups. Lots of people still balanced on one foot and did vertical jumps and number of squats, and that's all fine and dandy. The more assessments, the more information you get. Keeping in mind that when you're designing any type of exercise program, the first thing you do is you have to figure out where you're starting from. So that's why we do the fitness assessment. Once you do the fitness assessment, you compare yourself to other people in your age and gender. From there, you set some goals. Maybe I'd like to maintain, maybe I'd like to improve. So based off of that, your fitness goals, you designed a program. I've asked you to include all of the major muscle groups into your program. I've reminded you that when designing a resistance training program, you would use your multi-joint exercises first for the lower body, going to larger muscle groups, and then smaller, more specific muscle groups. You would do the same thing for your upper body and the same thing then for your core. So those are three separate things. You still need to do a functional dynamic warm-up prior to your exercise session, and you would need to do a cool down after your exercise session. So those are some things that you want to keep in mind. Remember, warming up includes a functional dynamic warm-up, and cooling down includes static stretching. You do not need heavy weights or a gym to do these types of things, but what we do need you to note is that you need to be overloaded. And so when you're doing the system, the intensity comes from that overload. The overload is some type of weight. It can be your own body weight. It can be regular things around the house, things that you're picking up. But what's really important to understand is that there's a safety zone here. If you're doing 5 sets of 25 repetitions, that's excessive. The maximum number of repetitions one should do for any exercise is 30. If you can do more than 30 repetitions of any exercise, that's with multiple repetitions and multiple sets, then that means your resistance isn't heavy enough. So we need to overload the system with weight. Too many repetitions will increase your risk for injury. So that's what you're doing, and that's what you're submitting for this week. I only have a couple of resistance training programs, and in order for you to move on to the next week, I need to approve these. Remember, this is part of your final exam, so once you start making adaptations and modifications, you can put that into your final exam. So again, the only things you're doing for this upcoming week is your approved resistance training program. You'll do 2 days worth of that. And then you're going to assess, measure, and design a flexibility program. So these are the two things that we're doing. this week. However, I want to repeat that one of the possibilities that we have here is that we need to increase the number of people who have turned in a muscular fitness program that could be approved. So please check your grade book. I've gotten lots of questions about I don't understand how I got this grade, and I have painstakingly gone through and made many multiple comments on your homework assignments. So I hope that you're going in and checking those. Also, remember that in order for you to earn the full 10 points for your discussion boards, that you need to make a post within the first 48 hours. That post is what we call your original post, and it is worth 4 points. And then before the end of the chapter, so in this case, before the 25th, you must then comment and grow the discussion with 2 other classmates. So I hope that's helpful to you, and you're on board. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Thanks and have a great day.